really happy I'm able to share this afternoon with the whole group. My key motto in life is to impact others. So this is an opportunity to share some of my sales experience. And from my discussion with you, everybody we have on this platform are mostly entrepreneurs who are either in product sales or in service sales. And everything we are going to discuss, we're going to talk about product sales, we're going to talk about service sales, and I must say that for most entrepreneurs, when they're just starting their business, um, they will be involved on what we call personal selling, which is face-to-face, one-on-one with customers until they're able to grow their customer base to a large extent in which most of their sales will be mostly digital or social media enabled. But some are lucky even from the beginning, just a little bit of one-on-one sales, and boom, with digital sales, they just hit the road running. Some food vendors here in Nigeria have never had any opportunity for serious one-on-one sales, just at the back of their father's house, and they are dishing out and they are producing a mass through social media, through digital sales, payment platforms. They are hitting it. I didn't know it was that big on food until one day I needed to buy some things for my sister who was sick, some bowls of soups and vegetables, and all the ones I called said they are already fully booked. I should have called over the weekend to place my order for the week. I mean, that's how good some entrepreneurs have actually made it big in digital sales and social media to actually push their business. We will touch on all that too, personal one-on-one for product sales and service sales, and how you can use the digital and social media to actually drive sales. We're talking about paradigm shift this afternoon. We're talking about shifting the paradigm. I want to ask a question and I wish people can drop it on the chat box. What do you love about selling? And what do you hate about selling? Just drop it on the chat box. What do you love about selling? What don't you like about selling? Just drop in the chat box. I will be as fast as possible. I have about 30-35 minutes maximum to deliver, so I will be very fast. But during the question and answering period, we'll be able to touch on other areas that you might have difficulty with understanding what I'm trying to say. So the purpose of this session is to change the paradigm, to shift from chasing sales to attracting sales, to replace hard selling with strategic smart selling, and use systems and tools and psychology and processes to sell. And why is sales so important? Everything you do in life, even your relationship with in the family, relating with your husband, your children, you still have to sell. Whatever it is you are doing some kind of mini sales. Sales is the lifeblood of any business. Without sales, the business goes down and you don't have any business. The salespeople, I will call them the true heroes of any business growth. Selling is hard, yes. It's the most important job in the society. Nothing happens in any organization until a sale is made. If you are not selling, then you don't have a business. When sales slow down and stops, business is ground to a halt. So the salespeople are the true heroes of any business or any social system. Selling is a tough job, I'm not going to lie. But the more the economy is growing, the more competitive the market is quite competitive right now. And with the advent of social media and the way the digital the technology is changing everything we're doing. And so information is available, making sales even become a bit tougher, because you see some people start business, pushing it even on the social media, and they have their breakthrough after five years. It's not everybody that has even the social media acceptance to drive their sales immediately, but it might be due to what you are doing right or what you are not just doing right, or you might not just be lucky to have it going viral one day. Some everything they do just go viral one day, and then they have thousands of followers and business boom, it goes. So you need continuous personal and professional development in sales and into running any business. And for any business, whatever gets you to where you are is not enough. It's not enough to keep you there because it's a changing world. The buying public is more sophisticated now and better educated than it used to be some years ago, especially pre 2020. There are more awareness now of the strengths and weaknesses of your products and your services. I mean, everything you charge GPT, it brings out everything you are looking for. Competition now is more intense and very proficient right now. And today's customers are so impatient and demanding. The customers are drowning in details of options and choices. And so they are not likely to make buying decisions so fast. And that's why you need to learn how to sell effectively well. To set the foundation for the discussion, I will talk about aptitude and attitude. So why do you think I'm scoring attitude 80% and aptitude, which are skills and knowledge required in sales, just 20%? Drop in the chat box. I want to read more information on the chat box. Why is attitude the most important thing? Why? I want to read from you. The attitude essentials are positive mindsets, self-confidence, being optimistic despite challenges. Why aptitude complements are product knowledge, communication skills, influencing skills, presentation skills, and all that. Why I think attitude is 80% here is if your attitude is good, you are likely to acquire the skills. If you have a positive attitude, you will get every knowledge that you need. Almost everybody on this call this afternoon are here because they want to hear something new or something different from maybe an opinion they hold about sales. That's looking for knowledge, knowledge seeking. Attitude is a positive mental attitude. It's a constructive and optimistic way of looking at yourself and the work you do. If you think you will succeed, you will succeed. If you think you're going to fail, you're going to fail. And sometimes we have some barrier we put on ourselves and we tell ourselves, no, I can't do it. And if you put that no, I can't do it, you are likely to be hound down and not seeking for how you can actually do it. So attitude of unshakable confidence in yourself, being enthusiastic about what you do despite the challenge. If you're not going to take anything out of what we're discussing this afternoon, underline enthusiasm. As a good salesperson to get results, you have to be enthusiastic about what you're doing. If you lose your enthusiasm, you are not going to sell. Underline enthusiasm. Still talking about attitude because it's key. It reflects in the way we communicate our mood to our customers. The way you are, you may not know what you are transmitting, but you are transmitting something and you don't even know that you are transmitting something. And it's what you transmit that will come back to you. So if you don't have a positive attitude, the buyer will pick it and it's going to be a bit repulsive towards you. So attitude is also the mindset and the way we look at things mentally. If you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you are also right. The way you look at it is what you will transmit or you radiate. Being optimistic and anticipating successful encounters with others transmits positive attitude and people respond favorably. If you are pessimistic and expect the worst, your attitude is negative, customer will perceive it, they will see it. Count the number of times you come to the office, you don't even know that you look sad, and somebody is telling you, why are you looking like that, Raman? Why are you looking like that, Nike? What's wrong? And you don't even know that you're actually transmitting anything. That's the way it is with the public that you're trying to sell to. So finding the right balance between aptitude and attitude is very key in sales because they complement each other. So the aptitude, which are skills needed for sales, actually complement the attitude that you have. So sale effectiveness comes from the product knowledge and selling skills and other skills that you have that can actually help you in selling effectively well. So aptitude is the basis for self-confidence, self-assurance, upon which your positive mental assurance actually depend on. What are the skills? What are the traits that people must see in you as a good salesperson? Like I said earlier on, enthusiasm is key. If you're not enthusiastic about what you do, it will show, and you're going to be getting negative results. Being attentive too, yes, the best salespeople are not the ones who talk too much. They are the ones who are very attentive about what their buyers are saying. We will talk about that. Being persistent is key. When we're moving to service sales, persistence is it. You are not like people are not likely to buy from you on just one encounter. It's not going to happen. So being persistent is key. Being confident, being committed, being a good team player, being disciplined, being self-motivated. And some of the skills that you need to have are good communication skills, influencing skill without being arrogant, being having a reasonable sense of aggression. Yes, a reasonable sense of aggression is needed in sales, and empathy for the customer, and strong presentation skills. So very, very important. You need to know the market you're dealing with. You need to know the product. You need to know your target market. You need to know about your competition. What do you need to know about your product? You need to know about your product features, the benefits, the use cases, the strengths, and the limitations of your product, the technical spec, the updates. If you are talking about tech products, there are usually updates, changes on the product, new releases on the product, and related product too. You need to know. I mean, a salesperson has to read wide and so must have so much knowledge. You need to know your target market. What are the features of your target market? What are the key segments of your target market that you will focus on? You have your target market, then you have to segment your target market too. I mean, the upper, the middle, the lower, the premium. I mean, segmenting the market, male, female. You have to segment it back by the market based on demography, based on age, based on religion. I mean, so many things about segmentation of the market. Let me not bore you. And what drives your target market? What are the key drivers of your target market? You need to understand it. You need to understand your customer's profile, profiling the customer. We'll talk about it soon. Pain points, their preferences, their buying behavior. You need to know all this about the target market you're dealing with. You need to know your competition, because if you don't know your competitor, how do you sell effectively well against competition? You need to know their strengths and weaknesses of the product they have, the pricing of the product, and the performance of their product in the market. Now you are moving to the real deal, selling now. There are some human psychology to sales too, which you need to know. We talk so much about emotional intelligence right now, ability to understand and anticipate human behavior, ability to read verbal and non-verbal communication. Because when you get into the real sales and you are talking to the customer, interacting with the customer, a lot of things will come up that it will require some basic human psychology skills for you to be able to handle. Nobody teaches that in any school. Identify and respecting sensitive areas like religion, ethnicity, politics, all those areas. An average salesperson needs to be sensitive about it. I will define sales as persuading someone that your product offers more value than the price you are asking for. Sales is about teaching, influencing, overcoming objections to turn prospects to loyal customer. Teaching, influencing. So a salesperson has to be knowledgeable about so many things. There's an art to selling and there's a science to selling. The science of selling is a discipline and structured process of selling. Structured process of selling. While the art of selling is what I would call the human psychology of sales. I mean, unexpected situation that you meet in sales, which you still have to handle. So selling hard is about chasing every lead. You cannot chase every customer that you see. There's a way you go about it. You need to identify your target market, segment your target market into various groups and all that. So you can't be chasing every lead. Manual repetition, just saying the same thing for everything you're selling, it can't be that. There is a particular way to go about it, or relying on charisma. Charisma is good, but when you are talking about service sales, charisma alone cannot deliver the business. You don't want to become a sales zero of hitting your head on the wall all over the place and complaining. So selling smart is about targeting your right audience, automated systems that can actually help you drive sales, using tech and processes. We will discuss that, and then you become a strong sales architect. I will discuss briefly on some of this because, like I said, it's a changing world. For many of you, your business has actually moved from even one-on-one because you have a huge customer base now that you have to use some CRM tools to use to sell, and or automate or system automation like WhatsApp automation, Instagram automation, search engine, and chatbots, using emails and SMS templates, and proposal tools like lead scoring system. I will talk briefly on CRM. For many people, they may not be using that, but your business will be going to that level very soon. And even at the early age of your business that you're having up to 100 customers, you should get yourself familiar with some CRM tools that you can actually use for sales. Some of the CRM tools you have, every information about the customer is actually deposited that into the CRM tool, like data. Customer interactions, every customer interaction is put there. Every purchase of the customer is there. The customer's preference and behavior, you already have everything there. So at the end of the day, the details you have there is a kind of database that you can use to do customer segmentation and do customer targeting. I was discussing with some of my colleagues. Because of the detailed information you have in your CRM tool, it will be helpful for you to do what we can call lead scoring, lead management, and scoring of your customer. Let me just give an example. Okay, you have list of your customers, you classify them even by the area of age, religion, and all that. So you know you have Muslim customers who are about 200 because you sell clothes. So you know for the two Eid, they buy because your CRM will tell you that every Eid they buy. So you know you have to take out these people and actually target them because this is the next Eid that's coming the next 2 weeks, and push your business to them. Or your information about the customer shows for every celebration in their family, husband birthday, wife birthday, they have to shop because you're selling clothes, maybe you're selling shoes. So the CRM tells you, you get information and know how to target them. This is their anniversary, is a birthday of the family. A lot you can do with CRM tools. I won't bother you so much on that because I think we can. Another session can be organized on using tools by our some of us who are into service sales, who can actually sit down and talk for the next 1 hour on using tools to drive sales, for customer interaction, targeting our customers, segmentation of our customers. It can even bring out even some pipeline deals for you to be able to see these are leads that are maturing for you to follow up to. CRM can do as much as that because the world is changing. Everything cannot be the way we used to have it. Oh my God. It's not moving. Sorry. Let me escape. The screen is on. Just 1 minute. What happened? I tried to escape. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. So key points on selling smarter are: number one, for some of you who already have established businesses, as you have people for frontline sales, you need to hire people who are going to manage your processes. Who understand process, who they are what I'll call process-oriented team members who can manage your CRM, even if you don't have CRM, manage the existing customer base to get value from the customers, and give you lead generation for the sales that you need to make. Yes, number two is using value-driven communication for your social media platform. How do you actually sit down and put proper communication that will drive value? KPIs for real outcomes that you expect from your sales. I mean, how many garments do you want to sell in a month? How many in a week? How many in a day? What kind of revenue are you looking at and profit you want to get from it? Those are basic KPIs that an average entrepreneur will have to set for themselves. So you have to sell with empathy, urgency, and ethical social proof. So now we are moving to what I can call the science of sales. Now you are one-on-one with the customer. We are talking about the sales process right now. The sales process is divided into about 5 stages: prospecting, pre-approach, sales presentation, handling customers' objections, and closing the sales. Prospecting means actually looking for the customer. Some of us sit down in our shops and depend on what only social media can give to us. Some people have not gotten to that level with social media, and so you have to drive both personal sales with the social media handles drive. So sales prospecting is about identifying the prospect. The first step is to identify and qualify the prospect. Who are the kind of people you are looking for? What's the ideal customer profile? You sell shoes that the cheapest start from $100. In most community, you are targeting the middle and the upper class of the society. In cities, most likely, not in the villages. So that's the ideal customer profile. So you need to set priority on how do I get this kind of customer. That's what we mean by ideal customer profile you are looking at. Knowing fully where the pain points to target to, yes, and focusing on high potential leads. When you have the prospect list, you need to still classify what we can call high potential leads. High potential leads, maybe they have the wallet of the purse, they earn well, they are readily available. What qualifies as high potential leads, you will determine by yourself depending on what you sell. Valuable activities and keep track and follow-ups of that you need to follow up on. And you have to stay informed about the industry trends and adapt your strategy to trends in the industry. So knowing their customers' needs and their pain points prepares the salesperson and makes sales call easier. Let me drop another bombshell. Building a robust prospect list makes it easy for salesperson to have rich sales pipeline. If you don't have a robust prospect list, how do you now get rich sales pipeline? If you intend to make 100 sales in a month and you're selling wares, I'm sure you should have 1,000 prospects, out of which you will take some as high potential leads. And from there, know how to follow through. How do you get your prospect? Through publications, through data mining, social media, networking, professional bodies, trade shows, referrals, trade association, social clubs, friends, relative, acquaintances, and even some cold calls. Now you want to go and sell. You have to research about the prospect. You want to do one-on-one. I mean, maybe a high flyer who can give you sales about 5,000 at a go. So you need to research, what does he wear, he or she? Where does he buy from? Does he buy only when he travels to America? So what are the brands he wear? You need to get all that. Yeah, then after researching about the customer, set your clear objective. My goal is to make $2,000 sales from this man or this woman because she's a premium customer. And these are the things she wears, these are the things she does, and all that. So you set your clear objective, choose the right channel. Is it a call? Is it a visit? Is it a proposal? So now you are one-on-one with the customer now. Connecting with the customer, number one, encouraging, questioning, confirming, providing. I will dwell briefly on this in the next 2-3 minutes. Connecting with the customer is establishing a personal bond with the customer, the prospect. This is important because people buy from people they like. If you're not going to take anything from this meeting today, underline connecting. People buy from people they like. So you have to connect with the customer and have a rapport with the customer for him or her to be able to buy from you. So forming personal connection should be based on sincerity. Please, when you are one-on-one with the customer or you are trying to build this connection, make sure you are sincere. Do not be fake, be real. So trust increases on developing a personal connection with the customer. How do you connect? Eye contact, small talk, set the climate of the discussion. I mean, get into somebody's office. If you like kids and you can see pictures of kids all over the wall on the table, then talk. Oh, you have 3 lovely girls. I mean, anybody with pictures of the babies all over the place obviously love kids. So if you love kids, that's a good area to connect. If it's football, If you are like me, I don't do football, I will never connect with anybody on football. But be sincere. If it's what he's wearing, if it's the outlay of the office, I mean, just be sincere about what you're going to use to connect with the customer. So build rapport, smile, compliment, find area of mutual interest, have up-to-date information about the customer and our interest. It makes it easier to connect if you've done your homework very well. The number two is questioning. I said it earlier on. The best salesperson is not the one who talks too much, is the one that asks questions. And what are the kind of questions? Open-ended questions. Questions that will make the customer to respond freely and start to talk with you. It begins with who, what, how, when, where, why, and the customer will start to talk. But if it's a talkative kind of customer who talks too much and you're not getting information that you need, then you have to close probe the customer and start asking close-ended questions that will restrict the customer to yes or no. As you are questioning the customer, and the customer is encouraged, is speaking, please encourage the customer to speak, not you doing the talking. How do you encourage the customer to speak? Short verbal and non-verbal signal. Wow, that's really serious. Oh, wonderful. That's exciting. By the time you're saying all that, what you're doing is you're encouraging him, you are reinforcing what he's saying, and you have to show empathy too, even in encouraging the customer to speak. Because sometimes the customer could have had a bad experience with a product like your product or a competing brand, and is all tales of woes. You have to show empathy. So bottom line is to encourage the customer to speak so that you can take the facts that you're looking for. And what are you looking for? You're looking for what his needs are and what his pain points are. And what his needs are, once you get it, try and confirm. How do you confirm? You mean that actually happened? You mean what you need has to do with this? You mean a product that is able to do this is exactly what you need? What are you doing? You are confirming what he said. So that in case you miss something, he will tell you exactly. Exactly. You got it. That's exactly what I'm saying. What do you call that? Buying signals. By the time you are hearing exactly, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You got it. That's the buying signal. But don't be too excited. Summarize, rephrase, paraphrase, and confirming what it is. Once you confirm, what do? You provide benefits with your products. And when you are providing benefits, just speak nicely, use enthusiasm, don't be too excited in providing the benefits with your product. As you are providing those benefits, objections might arise. But there's nothing to be afraid of objections for. Objections should be viewed as being potentially beneficial. It's a natural part of a buying process. It shows that the customer is actually following your discussion. So don't be too upset when the customer objects. And what are the kinds of objections? I will go through the objections in 2 minutes. The kind of objections the customer will raise, number one is misconception. He doesn't understand what you have said. What do? You clarify with facts. He has a misconception. There's no big deal. So turning that no into yes is what objection handling is all about. There's no point being afraid of objection. Clarify with fact. Or he might just be skeptical. Are you sure this your product can actually do this? Oh, is there a financial institution that can give single digit lending in Nigeria? That's not possible. You might need to provide proof. You might need to get a testimonial or a customer who has experienced what you are talking about to even speak with him. For a customer who is skeptical, or it could be due to drawback pricing issue. There's no big deal about pricing issue. All you have to do is to go back to what we agreed on. You said you want a product that can do 1, 2, 3. You said you wanted something that can do this. I mean, you have to bring out those values that will be more, that will outweigh the pricing issue that the customer is raising. Or the customer might have re-complained. He has a problem with your product. He has gone through some issues in the past. So offer the solution. He has really serious complaint. Or the customer might have a veil. He's just stalling. Have you seen customers who say, come back in 3 months, come back in 6 months? It's only once in a year that we purchase, is a lie. They are just stalling. Even for solution sales, is not always that bad. Do you understand? So you can't take that. You need to probe until the customer shows either misconception or being skeptical, or he has real drawback. That means pricing issue, or he has real complaint. Continue to question until the customer is able to show the above four and is not stalling. When you've taken care of the objection, sometimes you take care of one objection and another objection comes, and you take care of that objection and another objection comes. No big deal. Keep handling the objection until you think the discussion is good enough for you to ask for the order. Ask confidently and directly, summarize the need and the benefits you both agreed on. He said it with his mouth. That's why this is unique, because the customer actually will say, what I really want, what I'm looking at, those buying signals, he said it with his mouth. Do you understand? So you summarize all the needs and the benefits you agree on and reaffirm his decision and ask for the order. If he says no, ask why, handle objection, and be very professional. So in summary, I'm summarizing right now. We need to focus on the customer during the sales call. You need to earn the right to advance the discussion. You need to persuade through involvement. You need to ensure you gain the customer's trust and interest and respect at every stage of the discussion. You need to provide your product benefits and uncover the needs through questioning. Don't be afraid of objection. Close the business and ask for the order. I will take the next 6 minutes to discuss what we call advanced selling, or what we call solution selling or consultative selling. Consultative selling are actually for those who sell products service, mostly tech products, very expensive. We're talking of software that is costing millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. The selling here is more intense than what we just discussed, even though it follows the same principle. So I would say this is important for complex sales environment where customers are highly educated, have developed and well-drilled stalling skills and objections to counter your traditional sales techniques. So, but the good thing about it, don't be afraid, is that at the end of the day, if you're able to make the sale, it builds deeper trust, higher value sales, better referrals. Those who sell even real estate and all that will need all this too, because it's not the kind of sale that only one call you're able to get the business done. What are the challenges that you need to overcome in consultative sales or solution sales? Number one is to building trust is always a challenge. But the solution is that build rapport by being genuinely interested in understanding the prospect business and their needs. You need to share insights and relevant knowledge about their industry and about what they do. You need to maintain consistency and honesty in all your interaction. It will be a lot of talk, meetings, talk. In fact, some of them will be handled like a kind of project. Number two problem is that it requires long sales cycles. It takes 3 months, 6 months, sometimes 1 year. So you need to nurture the leads with value-added follow-up, e.g., sharing your industry news, trends in the industry, helpful tips related to their business. You have to keep the stakeholder engaged by demonstrating ongoing benefits, even during all the long talk. Identify their needs. Yes, sometimes it's a challenge, and it requires a lot of better questioning skills, open-ended questions. Sometimes the person you are dealing with is not even the right person. It's from the questioning that you get to know, don't know, this is not the person that I should be talking to, and then you move to the person who is knowledgeable about what you should be talking about. So you need to know even their hidden needs that they don't know. You might have to tailor what you are providing, not necessarily what you have. You might need to tweak it to suit what they need. Number three is price sensitive. Told you it's always very expensive. So you need to focus on return on investment. Show the client the long-term value of your solution and highlight the value that the higher cost of they are not even solving the problem. What will it cost them? How does that outweigh the cost you're charging? Like I said, there'll be lots of objections in solution sales. So treat objections as opportunity for the customer to understand what you're saying. So it's also an opportunity for you to understand the customer's concerns and their needs. Respond with clarity, reinforce trust using relevant examples and even some success stories. You might need to get some success stories to come and share with them. Maintain momentum. You cannot see the customer in January and then be calling them in June. No, it's not possible. You're already losing out. Keep the client engaged by consistently sharing updates and reinforcing the value your solution offers. Use project management tools to track progress you are making, ensuring transparency and accountability for all. The benefits of what I call solution sales or consultative sales is that it builds stronger customer relationship. At the end of the day, you become friends. They will be the ones to even be sending referrals your way if you win the sales. Increases customer satisfaction and loyalty, enhances credibility and trust, and leads to higher closing rates and larger deals. So all we're saying on solution sales, you research and prepare, build rapport, assess their need, present the solution, close and follow up. Post sales relationship building might require regular check-ins on the customer, providing insights and value, gather feedback, and build referral. Some of the tools that you might need will require CRMS too, a CRM system, like I discussed earlier on, and sales enablement kits like presentation, white papers, case studies might be needed. So, in finally closing, the single most critical skill any entrepreneur can learn is sales. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Wow,
so
wow.
much. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And we're already seeing some questions in the chat. I'll just bring it up and read some to you. So we've got a question here from Emmanuel Waka asking, how do you retain your enthusiasm if the sales is difficult to close?
Okay, can I take the question as you ask, or um, you read all? I think I should be taking them one by one.
Yeah. Let's take this one and then I'll come to the next one.
Okay, let me tell you, don't lose your enthusiasm. Sometimes, like I said, there's a human psychology to sale. Emotional intelligence is very important. Sometimes you meet very difficult customers, very difficult customer. So don't let them kill your vibe. You've used the real sales process. If you follow the real sales process just as we described, at the end of the day, the person will know that you know what you're doing. They may not know this technique. I mean, when I'm using it for customer, they don't know there's a technique you're using, but they are going to be the one to say what they need. But like I said, some will talk so much and they will not say anything. You might need to close pro to yes or no answer, or it might be a customer who has had a bad day, and that's why emotional intelligence is very important in sales. You might be coming to the person when he's in a bad mood. You need to ask the question, is this the best time? But the customer might say it's the best time, and it might just be a difficult customer. I've had a customer before during my early stage as a med rep, a very senior colleague, chief pharmacist in a big establishment, and he knew he wasn't too pleasant to me, and but I didn't lose my cool. I left the call. Okay, can we reschedule? I just asked if we can reschedule to have a more meaningful discussion. Do you understand? And we rescheduled. And after we rescheduled, the first thing he said, young lady, I think I've not been too good to you. Do you understand? Because whatever the situation, don't lose your cool. You have to be very professional and stay calm and collected. So it will be good. Number one, a difficult
And then
sales.
I will get access to the meeting minutes over there.
Okay. Sorry. Hello. Can somebody mute? We are being
Hello.
distracted.
Yeah, somebody is talking. Can we mute, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you set your priority right, I mean, planning your call, I said a lot about planning the call, doing your research. I mean, for this kind of person, I was already told that this is a very difficult customer. So there was nothing he said that I was moved with. Do you understand? Because I got the impression that he's a very difficult customer, but I need to get this person because if I think I had two experiences like that. That after I got the sale, one is a big distributor on the streets of Lagos. Once you have her, you made it, and it took me 1 whole year before I could get her. 1 whole year. It got to a stage. The only thing I do when I'm passing by our area, I just say, I just want to say hello to you, ma. I'm in your area. I just want to say hello to you. And one day she called me. She said, I've never seen anybody as patient and focused as you are. The day I got her, I was leading my sales, everything. I mean, what if by the time I supply her, it goes into other region and people in other region are complaining that I'm competing with their own sales. Do you understand? So if you do your research very well, you know the kind of person you're dealing with, you got his pain point, you have everything. Still make sure you don't lose your cool and don't lose your enthusiasm. You have to stay professional all through. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Then there's another question about how can you determine your unique selling point in a very saturated market with so many competitors?
Okay, thank you. Number one, even without there's I think I mean with the way everything is available on social media, is there any market that is not saturated as it is? You have a shop, just a salon. There are so many salons there. The one for wig, the one for braiding, and people have choices. This one looks good. Is this one I should? So, I mean, I said a lot about managing your customer base when I was talking about CRM too. In a highly saturated market, number one, you have to work very hard to have what we have, a very long prospect list. When you have a long prospect list, then you will have good sales pipeline. If you are not the aggressive type and your customer base is not that fantastic, you are not likely to be able to make a headway. So every day you are prospecting either digitally, social media. I mean, I have some people that have only patronized them once, but I mean, their social media automation, what they call the WhatsApp automation. There's a lady every night I must see something from her on dresses that new dresses that she has available. I called her one day. I said, "Man, how long have I ever bought from you? But you are very consistent. If you just make any remark or whatever, text message immediately. Bam, bam. I mean, said IG or WhatsApp who are following up. Once you just say, I like this, pam, 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 they are following up on you. In a highly competitive market like that, you have to change your game. Number one, your prospect list must be very long and you must be able to put them into various segments. Do you understand? And constant interaction with them. It's tough right now. The social media and the way technology is driving sales now, if you are not aggressive, I told you a little bit of aggression too, you may not be able to succeed as an entrepreneur, especially in some area. There's nothing you are doing right now that somebody else is not doing. Is it sewing clothes alone? If you are in Nigeria now, almost all graduates there are involved in sewing. Makeup, almost everybody has the box and they're working from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, making up faces for people. Do you understand? If you are selling shoes, everybody's there. I can't see anything you are doing that is not so full right now. So you really need to sit down and find a way, how do I grow my prospect base and use that to go my sales pipeline and then grow your customer base. Once you have a customer base to an extent, you have to use that existing customer base to drive repeat sales and to grow for more customers to come. Just like we explained on all the things that CRM platform does for you. You have your centralized data. Every interaction of the customer is showing there. Every purchases of your customer is showing on your CRM. The preferences, the behavior of the customer. Through that, you can do your customer segmentation and then targeting the customer. From there, you have what we can call your lead management. When do they buy? How often do they buy? Some customers know all that. And when they have new release, they're telling you new things have come to shop and they're calling you Nike because they know once you come. They understand our psychology too. They know people, someone like me, unless I don't have money on my card. If I don't have money on my card, unless I don't have my credit card also with me. So if I'm not going to buy, I'm not going to go to your shop despite the call. Do you understand? So you need human psychology and then you need all the tools required. If you don't have money to get a CRM, even your existing customer base and information you are able to put on Excel, you can use that to sell in this competitive environment. Next question. I hope I'm able to answer that. I'll drop my phone number and I can actually talk to some people on one-on-one. Yeah. There's a third question. I'm selling SAS products. Do you typically lead with a sales pitch or begin with a product presentation? For this, those are solution sales that I was talking about. And before you even do any sales pitch or any presentation, you have to gather data, just like I said, information about them, information about the pain point they have, information about what they use right now, information about who matters, so that you gather all that before you make a product presentation. I think you rather, for someone like me, I'd rather a product presentation based on information you have gathered. Because with a product presentation, you're able to discuss details than ordinary a sales pitch, unless maybe you meet an opinion leader in that company, maybe in a conference. In that case, you can't make a product presentation. You must have your sales pitch at your fingertip that you can sell to the MD for the like 2-3 minutes, so that you can get his attention to give you appointment on where you can come and make a sales presentation. Thank you.
And I think there's one more. What's one mindset shift that helps you start selling with ease and confidence, especially when you keep getting a no response?
One mindset shift for someone like me is I have to be successful. If I tell you the story of my life, there is no time. I used to be very reserved. I guess maybe not reserved when I was younger, but having gone through rigorous time in school studying pharmacy is a bit tough, and I spent quite a number of years in school. I became withdrawn, kind of very quiet, and but I still have a little bit of, I mean, I can talk about what I believe in. And a colleague of mine saw it and said, Nick, I think you should try your hand on sales. And I said, no, I can't. He said, try. But do you know why I believe he's still in me? I went for an interview, a lot of people, I was the only one chosen. So I got the job, but I was so young, very tiny. And my boss then said, well, I can't see you succeeding. Imagine you're going to your first job and your first day, your boss tells you, I cannot see you succeeding. I asked why. He said, I can't see you having stamina for sales because he said I look so tiny and fragile and I will break. You know, this fired me, and I told myself I will succeed. So the mindset that changed my own paradigm shift is that no, I will not fail. We went for training. I took everything I learned on training. Somebody is disturbing us. Can you mute?
Can you mute? Yeah, can you mute, please?
We went for 2 weeks training on product knowledge, selling skills, presentation skills, and all that. Everything we learned, I take it like a Bible, reading, using it, and at the end of the day, after 6 months, the charity I was given to cover recorded good sales, and no one is stopping me again. So the mindset I had is I must succeed. Is a mindset of success. So everything about me had to change. I have to be more outgoing. Even my dressing has to change because we're meeting people every day. So I don't have to wear anything very expensive. How much was I earning? But I was able to put my styles together over the weekend. We'll play, oh, this blouse can go with this skirt. This one fits you better. I used to be very tiny, so I need to wear things that will amplify my small stature and all that. And shift, yes, I can. Yes, I'll succeed. I'll put in everything to make sure I succeed, and I'm succeeding. So, learning information like this session we had, reading more on what you need to push for success. Yes, you need to. Everything about me changed. I didn't know how to drive. I had the car. I needed to know. I didn't know Lagos. There was no Google then. It was map of Lagos. I knew everywhere. I was talking to colleagues who were not from the same company. Do you understand? I made friends. So we meet over the weekend, we gist about how the environment is. We talk about this hospital, talk about that hospital, what is happening there. So I surrounded myself with people who are very ambitious. So the medress were my friends. My other friends used to complain, all your friends are pharmacists, because we're all doing the same thing. So that's where I belonged for that period. And that was it. So it's a mindset of success. I must succeed, and I got the results by the grace of God. Thank you. Because what you have on the inside of you will exude. Somebody who wants to succeed, there's a passion that people will see in you, and they will want to relate to you. There's a way you carry yourself, there's a way you talk that you will call success. Any other question?
No, there's nothing typed here.
What's that?
Anyone want to put their hand up? I'm sure there are more questions. I can see some applause. But any more questions? Lots of applause. Lots of applause. And very well deserved, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So nice meeting you.
Fantastic to meet you. Fantastic to meet you. And an excellent talk. An excellent talk. And you've drawn a crowd, as you can see. Everybody's, sort of really hanging on every word. So well done and thank you. And I think that the sort of things I got from your talk is that actually it's 80% attitude over
Yes.
the aptitude.
And 20% aptitude, yes.
Exactly. It's about personal connection, listening, and emotional intelligence is very important because, like you described that person, what was going on with him wasn't about you, and you didn't let it affect you. You just kept going back to him, and in the end, he relented and he was ready to buy. So whereas a lot of people might think, oh, this person doesn't like me, so and then they go away and they don't come back. So and it sounded towards the end that actually trying to automate some of the responses and the nurturing will be
Yes.
important. If we want to be on top of it. Then that's very important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. we have
Everything has changed. The whole business. Okay, the network is bad.
sorry, you were saying something, Nika.
No, I was just saying that we are talking about automation WhatsApp, IG, and all that. I said our world has changed in the face of technology. Everything has changed. So you have to move everything. I mean, change. You have to use everything.
Exactly. I think the broadband is a bit slow, so it's yeah.
Data your
Oh, okay. I think we've lost Nika for a minute. I'm sure she'll get back on once her broadband improves. But thank you very much for being here. Obviously, there was so much value in what Nika was sharing. So I'm glad you were able to hear it from, the proverbial horse's mouth, as it were. What we could do whilst we wait for her to rejoin is, first of all, I'd just like to remind everybody that our website address is melanin-rich.biz. So if you want to join to have more events like this, then please go there and join. Welcome back, Nike. I think it broke up for a while.
Oh, hi, Ola. Our website link is on the chat for anyone who wants to join, as well as our email.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, so please do join because we have regular events like this. What will also be a good thing to do is for people to introduce themselves so that we know what you do and what sort of support you might need, whether it's from the people here or that you just need generally. And I always say to people, please don't assume because even if I am not the right buyer for your product, I might know somebody that is the right buyer for your product. So if you tell me or tell everybody in the room what it is you're selling or what sort of support you need, even if they can't help, I'm sure they will link you up with a person that can help. So, and obviously that's a good way of building up your list of prospects who you will sell to in the future. So what I'll do, because there's quite a few of us today, I'm going to make it quite quick. All we'd like you to do is tell us your name, your business name, what you would like to benefit from us, and what support you would like. I will just read the screen name that you've got, and you can just reply at that time, please. So I'll start with Adakole, because you put your screen on. So
Thank you very much, Ola. Good afternoon. So good to connect with my big leader. She was head of one of our departments when I was in EcoBank. That was in 2006 to 2008. I was in Makodi branch. I was in Isaac Bass's branch. So it's so good to connect with you, Ma. I am still in the I work with a financial institution, and I'm in sales. And I basically just want to learn how to improve my skills, and everything you've said today is critical and vital. And I just want to say thank you for for this opportunity to learn.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, so good to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a small world.
It is.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Adakoli. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great. And
Yeah.
is there any area that you would like input on? Anything you'd like people to, or any type of organization you'd like people to introduce you to?
Okay, so basically, we do, of course, our products include investment products, loan products, and financial advisory. So yes, if we get introduced to organizations that we can provide these services to, we'll be glad to do that. We are headquartered in Lagos, and we have an office in Abuja.
Yeah, the presentation.
So we provide financial services.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. Next on my screen is Ivor. If you're there, Ivor, please let us know more about you.
Hello everyone. My name is Ivor. I work with the in Abuja, EcoBank precisely. So I serve as the bank manager for our assembly branch. I'm glad to be here. Here on my own self, and I also want to learn from you, largely with sales and to gain from Madam Ike here. I look forward to this. I want to be everybody's banker. Asking about what where I can be. Yes, I want here to each time they want to think bank, they should think of EcoBank and branch. Yeah.
So if you're going to be everyone's banker,
definitely.
Okay, put your contact details in the chat so that people can find you.
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll move on next to Jacqueline Njeri.
Lillian Peters.
Are you there? Let us up, and then it's gone. Okay, if Jacqueline is not able to talk, I'll move on to Lola Shoyo. Is Lola able to hear us? Okay, I'll move to Benga or Odeyemi. If you're talking on mute, then unmute yourself. Okay, maybe not able to talk. Okay, I'll move on to, I'll spell this, A-D-E-W-E.
Good evening. My name is Atawa Elizabeth.
Welcome, Atawa.
I work with EcoBank. Yeah, currently branch supervisor seated in Lagos. I followed Madam Nikki as a mentor for a while now. And I was so happy when she got this training. Thank you so much, Ma. It's always enlightening to have you speak. Like Ivor, so I would like to be everybody's banker if you're a resident in Lagos.
Fantastic. Good to
Thank
meet
you, Elizabeth.
Fantastic. Right, I will move on to Pauline Ngara.
Good evening, everyone. Happy to be on the platform with you all. Thank you, Madam, for a very insightful presentation. I am a business consultant. I assist women entrepreneurs and family businesses streamline their processes with the aim of helping them to grow and improve productivity and profitability. This session was most insightful in helping me see where I failed to close my sales, having extended conversations, sales conversations that at times do not result in closed contracts. So thank you so much for having this session today.
Thank you.
How do we find your business consultancy, Polly?
Oh, I'll share on the chat. I'm active on LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I will move on to Michael Aberioje. Is Michael able to talk? Probably can't. Okay, I'll move on to Zachariah
Wagi.
Is Zachariah able to
Yes,
talk? Oh yeah, there we go.
yes,
Yes.
definitely I'm here. Nice to have you back. So I'm Zakaria Mwangi, running a company in organic farming called Zenja Organic Run Farms. We work in farm system management and organic food production consultancy. So first and foremost, I appreciate our leader today for taking us through a very inclusive session on sales, because sales is what makes a business a business. A business could never be a business without sales. If it's a low sale or it's a high sale, it's always a sale that makes a day be called a successful business day. And I like about one thing she said that about the attitude. That would give a slight testimony. I had to be very patient for a sale that took me 3 years to cross the street. And in the 3 years, I came to understand that we have to be very consistent in following sales that we make our mind to close. Because most of the businesses or business owners or entrepreneurs target a sale and definitely don't close that sale because they lack the bit and the attitude to close the sale. So I'm happy to hear that she also was so patient to close down. That's means a lot. Well, I'm grateful and I look forward to having Melanin stage and the entire community together in this business. All I could request is assistance in capacity building, mostly in premium sales. How can we consistently grow premium sales, and how can we differentiate normal sales and premium sales on that? Thank you very much.
Sounds like there's a question there. How do we differentiate between normal sales and premium sales?
Okay. I guess what it means by premium sales as sale of high value, and just like what we discussed about solution or consultative sale is like number one, you have to build trust. It takes time. It takes time for you to conclude the sale, so you have to engage the customer all through. And the process of engagement doesn't mean just calling them and just saying alpha. No, the engagement has to be a kind of interaction of value you can add to what they're saying. You need to discuss the trend in their industry, new things in their industry. You become like a consultant kind of all through the process of engagement. It might take 3 months, but you can't just run off after 6 months and just call, or after 3 months, just call and say, how far with what we discussed. No, it has to be constant engagement, becoming their friend, probing for their needs, and showing them trend in the industry, enlightening them, discussing more, and all that. You use a kind of project management tool to actually track progress you're making for such premium sales. Because I mean, for such, we are talking about maybe selling software, costing thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, is not likely to happen in only one sales call, even not two sales calls. No, it might take some 6 to 10 meetings before you get there. But there are processes of what you need to do. Some people ask for the presentation, which I think we're sharing in the chat, and some videos, which will be of great use. So that's what we call consultative sales or solution sales. It takes time. Thank you.
Thank
But
you
you
very
have
much.
to constantly engaging, and the engagement has to be with value.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds as
Yeah.
if you need to have, it's more than just yourself. You need to be doing that research into the market so that you've got that value to add consistently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I'll move on to Benga Odeyemi. Actually, I think I'd called on Benga earlier, hadn't I?
Yes,
I
good
think you
evening.
are.
Evening, yeah.
Yeah, good evening. This is Bengal Demi. Apologies, I couldn't respond when you called me earlier. Yeah, thank you so much, Madam Nike, for that insightful presentation. It's well appreciated. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to tell us what you do, Benga, so that we can refer people to you?
Okay, all right. So I currently work with Access Bank. I currently work with Access Bank, and I'm a salesperson.
Fantastic, thank you. Please put your information in the chat so that we can link to you.
Yes.
All right, that's noted. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Welcome. Okay, I will move on to Edith.
Put your information there, Benga.
Atobatele.
Benga is looking for a huge deposit.
Good evening, everyone.
Atobatele.
My name is Edith Atobatele. Well done. I will call her, she's my sister, so I call her Sister Nike. Well done. Even though I was a bit late, and I hope I can get the recordings as well, maybe later, and maybe some of the slides. What do? I'm an ex-Eco banker. I left EcoBank in 2011, but we've been in touch. But I run my own business right now. I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm into the fashion line, and I'm also a consultant. What else? I think that's it for
Edith,
me.
talk about what you do as an entrepreneur. You sell laces.
Okay.
Ashwebi.
So
Talk about it.
as an entrepreneur, what I do, I sell laces, I sell fabrics, both men and women fabrics. And I do ashwebi for weddings, for funeral, everything that you can think of. As long as it's ashwebi, I'm into it as well. My shop is at Ikeja here, GRA. I left EcoBank 11 years ago, went on to another bank. And after that, I started my business. So as an entrepreneur, based on what she's been talking about in terms of making sales, trying to get customers, you need to ensure that you gain customers' trust. So you need to engage them because she is my customer and she knows when she calls on me, we'll talk and talk because you have to have a relationship. You have to build that relationship for you to be able to gain that trust, for them to be able to say, okay, yes, if they're going to give you anything or they're buying anything from you, that trust must be there. Because if you lose that trust, and you also need to be consistent in terms of, talking to them, calling them, even when you don't hear from them, just call them and, talk to them generally, ask them questions. It might be things that might not even pertaining to what you're doing, but you might be of help to them. So I think that's my own little um, chip in on this topic. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I made myself, and then also I'm also into consulting. I do process reengineering also. So I'm also a consultant in that aspect. So I do auditing and process reengineering. Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know. Thank you. And
All
you
right.
put your information about your business in the chat, yes?
I'll
Full
do that.
details on
Thank you.
yes.
I will do that. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Okay, I'll move now to Moshood Mejibedu. You're on mute. Still on mute.
Yeah, so
Yeah, okay, yes.
yes, I got it now.
Yeah.
I really thank Mrs. Fula. Quickly send it's so late. Well, I would love if I can get um the record. I will benefit immensely. And if I should make sure I'm a farmer. I concentrate in plantain development, and I'm trying to change the agricultural system into what we call agricultural smart. Trying to create environment for local people, make them stay while building high quality to the eco. So, experienced ITA now, we're trying to change the system of agriculture whereby we integrate and we will be using the poultry manure to fertilize the plantain and banana, and we'll be using the waste from the fish. Unlike staying in the city, trying to create environmental nuisance. You can be in a village where we are creating. We call it the Banana Village Project. It's we are looking at about 200 acres of land, but we are starting with 10 to 20 acres now, and we have already started. That's where I am now, an half acre in Ottawa. So that's what I do. I'm looking forward to collaborate on business relationship, people that will have interest in investing in the project, to go about such huge land. And if it's not acquired, the project might not produce to the extent of what we are trying to produce per annum because of the huge market involved. Women will be engaged, and a lot of youth will be employed. So that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you. It'll be very good to find out more because agriculture is an area that we know quite a few people want to invest in going forward. So thank you. Yeah, great. Okay, I will also then move to Adaeze Ezebe. Don't know if Adaeze can hear me. Okay, I'll move on to Jawahar Baban Malam. Can you hear me, Jawahar? I hope I've not muted myself. Okay, don't think they're able to talk. So how about Farotika Tokbe?
Good evening, everyone. And I want to say special thank you to my mother, Madam Lanike Kolawole. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I couldn't join early, but I've seen the links to some of the videos, so by the grace of God, I'll go through them. I am an entrepreneur. I'm into furniture and interior decorations. And sincerely, I've been looking forward to gain more insight into how to improve our sales at Lebanon Cedars National Furniture Limited. And I know that all this video will be a tremendous help to me and to my business. So I really want to appreciate you and thank you. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to join more in the near future. Madam Olanike, I'm very much grateful. Thank you so much. God bless you, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I say amen to the prayers as well. Okay. Then I'll move on to Aziz Olayiwola.
Hello, good evening. My name is Aziz. I drive partnerships with InterSwitch. Though I joined late, I know Madam Mika very well. I know she must have delivered a very fantastic presentation because when it comes to sales, is a guru and she's an expert in that field. So I happens to be one of our mentees. So I have learned a lot from her in person, and that really impacted in my career so far. I just want to use the opportunity to say well done and thank you once again for the knowledge you have impacted in us. It's what I really, really cherish so much. Thank you, madam. Thank you for all you have been doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll move on to Lillian Peters.
And thank you, Madam. Just to confirm if I'm audible before I proceed.
Correct, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And first, I also want to thank Madam Nike. Madam Nike is my former leader at EcoBank and also my mentor. I'm still a banker working for Consolidated Bank here in Kenya. And currently, I do spearhead the relationships between the bank and with the public sector. Sorry, I joined late, but I picked one or two items while the rest of the participants were speaking, and probably it was speaking directly to me. I've been in sales for the entire 14 years of my banking career, but now a different dimension of managing the public sector space. I'm picking lessons that some of these really take time to unlock. At some point, I was almost giving up, but from what I've gathered here, the consistency, you keep on getting in touch with these particular clients because it can take even a whole year or 2 years before you unlock the business. So I'm picking that, taking it home, and I'll continue doing what I know best. Thank you, Madam Nike. Whatever work you did to mentor us as young girls, we really do appreciate, and we are here today because of you. Thank you very much, Madam Nike.
Thank you, Lillian. So good to hear your voice. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lillian. And then I'll move to Emmanuel Nwaka. Can you hear me, Emmanuel? Okay, maybe not. Maybe you can't. I'll just circle back. I think I had tried to call on Jacqueline Njera earlier on. Just checking to see whether you're still there. And I'm not seeing anything. Also, Lola Oshoyowo, can you hear me? Are you able to talk? Okay, looks like she probably can't talk. Michael Abereoje, are you able to talk? Welcome, Michael.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I'd like to say thank you very much for this very insightful session. It was very wonderful to sit down, listen, and take notes. So I work for Number Financial Services Limited, where I head the SME business. So that's what I do. And it's been quite interesting sitting down to listen and ask myself, okay, what can we do differently? What can I do differently? What can my team do differently? and it's been nice. So at Number, we offer SMEs quite a lot, from financing to payment services, payment APIs, and a wide range of collection products, which range from the regular accounts for collections, wallet accounts, all the way to POSs and online checkouts, that where you can make your payments online when you make purchases. So that's basically what we do at Number Financial Services Limited. And interestingly, we also give out finance to SMEs who need to expand their businesses, inventory supply, and the rest of them. So thank you very much. A very wonderful set. Melanin Rich, thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's really grateful that you're here, and grateful that you've told us what you do, because I'm sure there's lots of people on here that would be interested to know those services. So yeah, thank you. Okay. And one last time, I will check to see if Adaize Zebe is able to talk. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay. What can I say? Obviously, Olanike Kolawole has provided us with a very, very valuable set of insights around how to sell, how our mindsets need to shift, what we need to put in place within the business. But it's the tip of the iceberg. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but we are planning to have a longer session. We haven't agreed on the date yet, but it's something that we would like to do with our lovely experts. So please, guys, watch this space. We will put the video for today's session. We will put it on the website and we'll share the link. So anybody that arrived late can see the full talk, because you shouldn't miss any of it at all. Like I said, we are looking to have something that's a little bit longer, a little bit further in the year. So please join us for that as well. All that remains is for me to say a massive, massive, very big thank you to Nike for being here, for sharing her experience, for being the person that she is, that wants to give back. You know, we've already heard for so many people here who she's already mentored. She's offered to talk one-on-one with you if you need that sort of help. So God bless you. Thank you. We really appreciate you. We are looking forward to working together more.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're doing great job here. Good one. Thank you. I'm making so much impact on entrepreneurs and young businesses. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a joint effort, so thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so looking forward to seeing everyone in our next one of these. We've got a bootcamp session coming up at the end of the month on the 25th, which focuses on finance, how to organize your business internally so that you understand your numbers, you know when you need money, you know how to get the most profits out of each of your products. So if that's something that you're interested in, please sign up on the website to join that. And we will have future sessions similar to this as well again. So please keep checking the website. And if you join, we will keep telling you, because we have your information. So we'll be able to keep telling you what's coming up so you don't miss anything. So thank you very much again for being here, and look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.